Hey guys, it's your girl Tara Crush back with another review, and this time it is for The Oval on BET. If you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you. Moving right along into the review. Okay, so we started out with Victoria, of course, forcing herself onto Sam. Like, I just don't get this chick. Like, okay, so you told Priscilla to bring you tea, which Priscilla should have known right away something was up, because you don't deal with her like that. You don't let her bring you food or a drink or anything. So how she didn't know what was about to happen, I don't know. But, you know, the whole Sam couldn't push himself off of her, I'm sick of that. Like, you should have pushed her down. At this point, push her ass on that couch. It's your word against hers. Period. Like, I would make her do whatever it is she's going to do, because what you're not going to do is just make me deal with you. And I like the way he stood his ground, saying that he was going to get off of her detail. But she didn't come up off of hers either, because she was like, then I guess we ain't going nowhere. Because... You know, so I don't know if he's going to be able to do it or not. But she's like, it ain't happening. Tyrone coming into the pharmacy was kind of strange. For him to recognize Dale from a grocery store in Virginia somewhere, that was just weird. Saying that he feels like Dale will join the Raku because I guess he's a part of the Rakudishu. And there is no gender there. So he thinks that Dale will be, you know, freed if he comes there. And Dale's like, nah, I'm kind of good being a man, but it's cool. I'm like, okay. That's the way he just said, didn't you want to have sex with me? You were undressing me with your eyeballs. Like, boy, Tyrone, if you don't get your big ass on somewhere. Bad Tyrone. Ain't nobody called you. Okay? Bad Tyrone. Bad Tyrone. That's what it make me want to do. I don't know. Priscilla, of course, is upset with Sam because she walked in on him and the First Lady, you know, doing whatever it was that they was doing, which was absolutely nothing, but it looked like it was something. Looks like they were embracing each other. And, you know, she had a conversation with him and basically let him know, you know, you're stupid. You're supposed to be trained to see these things. How you didn't know that she was setting you up? How you didn't see that coming? And basically, he was like, I didn't know and I don't want her. It's over. I promise. I only want you. And she's like, okay. He said, thank you for being so understanding and calm. And she was like, nah. She basically told him, I'm going to get my lick back. He said, there was a man in here telling me just how fine I was for Alice. And I was like, girl, why would you tell Sam that in his face, that Bobby was coming on to you? And she said, I might just let him have sex with me. No, she said the F word. I ain't even gonna hold you. She said the F word. I know, I tried to tell her mama. Mama didn't care. Said she's grown. She said she was gonna F Bobby. And that's just not cool, because she knows that they are both a part of the Secret Service. And for her to say that, knowing that it's going to cause a conflict between co-workers, is just crazy to me. Oh. But he sure didn't think about her when he was having sex with the First Lady. And that caused a conflict. Now, and I don't know, her even just taunting the fact that she might have sex with Bobby was wrong, because, mind you, she ain't had sex with her husband the whole series. Like, we have not known Priscilla to come on to Sam or to allow Sam to come on to her to where they actually have sex. That has not happened, because we opened the series with her pushing him away, saying she had a headache for weeks before, you know, the yellow room incident with First Lady. So I think it's just super disrespectful for her to offer to give it to some strange dude before she gives him any. Had she been giving him sex in the beginning, there would have been no room for Victoria to wiggle her way in. So there's that. Moving along, Jason looks awful ridiculous with this big leather patch over his eye, don't he? Like, when is that thing gonna start healing? And I just don't understand how. Clearly, Alan was able to get him to drink a beer because they was drinking a beer at the beginning of the scene or whatever, and they were just having a conversation. And Alan's asking them, so what's the plan? And, you know, of course, Jason doesn't want to talk about it. You're stressing me out. And he's just waving the gun nonchalantly at him like, yeah. Like, bro, I would have been snatched that gun out of his hand. Alan, you are way stronger than Jason. Like, why haven't you done anything to try to, you know, gain the upper hand? Like, you've done nothing. It would have been nothing for you to snatch that gun away from him. You scared? Like, I don't get it. Like, there's no way. It was something seeing Priscilla walk down that hallway and proposition Bobby, asking Bobby to take her to dinner. And here comes Sam. And Sam walked up and he heard what was going on. So she was like, "I see you later." And she walked off. And he was like, Priscilla. And she acted like she ain't heard him. She just kept on walking. And he walked up to Bobby. He was like, "What's going on?" And Bobby was like, "Nothing. I ain't like that. Bobby, I don't like you this week. I don't like you without let hit you in your face. Why would you even do that? Like, you are so freaking horny. But all you got to do is holler at the first lady. Here the first lady is trying to get Sam to give her some. Here you are trying to get Sam's wife to give you some. When y'all should just get together and give each other some. Like, that would be like the perfect affair. Bobby, first lady. No morals, no morals. And when Sam called him a straight up hoe, I was like, whoa. He said, "You're a whore." He says he doesn't trust you, Bobby. He said, "Don't do it." He said, "I'm asking you not to do it." He said, we're already having problems and you're going to make them worse. Please don't make them worse. And how can I do that? He was like, "Just don't." And then we have Sam talking to David and the other Secret Service agents looking over his shoulder. That was funny. And basically, Sam was telling David that they were getting a track on his truck, and basically they were tracing it, saw he went through a toll, and they're basically pinpointing him to a certain neighborhood and saying that, you know, we're going to figure out who he knows in the area to figure out where he is. Because they're trying to find him before other people do, because he's supposed to be dead and he's not. Then Sam also said, "And I might need a favor. I might need you to break somebody's face for me." Please don't break Bobby's face now. If Bobby say sorry and stuff, can you not break his face for me? No, break his face, because he ain't have no business disrespecting you like that. And then when even Max was trying to get him to change his mind, trying to get him to, you know, not go out with Priscilla, and he was just hearing none of it. He was like, "I'm horny and I want to have sex with her." And he was like, "That's not going to be good. It's not going to be a good thing." He basically told Max to go and fight Cal. Ain't you supposed to be going to a fight? And he tried to get him again. He was like, "I really need you to be there, to be my water boy," and what, blah, 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 blah. I ain't like that term, but he was like, it depends on if I get lucky. And Max looked at him and said, "There ain't no luckiness in this situation, bro. Ain't no getting lucky." And he ain't lying, because I do believe that Sam is going to have something done to Bobby if Bobby goes there. Sam knows you're a whore, and he does not want you polluting his wife up with your whorish ways. And it's just unattractive, Bobby. Like, I always saw you as a strong man and totally in control of yourself, but you are none of that. None. Okay, it's just ugly. Moving along, Lily taking herself to the doggone hospital talking about she's Deborah. Girl, your name ain't no Deborah. Your name Lily. And to sit here and look at these doctors and say, "Yeah, I throw knives for a living. That's what I do." Like, they ain't gonna see a bullet in your doggone shoulder. Girl. Lily, you can't be this slow. How you didn't know that they was going... You got shot. You don't think they can tell the difference between burnt doggone skin from a bullet wound? Like, she just ain't bright. And she gonna keep on looking at that doctor, telling lies. And they're like, okay, we can detain you because you've been shot. And she's like, damn. Like, ain't nobody told you to go to the hospital in the first place. Didn't he give you some pain pills? Like, she's just slow. And I'm happy that she's where she is. And I hope she does get detained. And I'm happy that Bobby is done with her for now. I think that can be, his mind to be changed. But maybe it won't. I don't know. But I'm sick of that whole situation. Lily and Bobby, at least she can get herself detained by herself. And I don't know what they're going to do with that. Like, you can't make her talk. Okay, so Eli going home and, you know, his wife being in the bed with him, you know, waiting on him with her red on, and him acting like she was just a frog or something, asking her about a call she made to one of his contacts. And basically, she let him know, I don't really believe them. And he was like, let it go. I demand you let it go. Like, excuse me? Lower your tone. Lower your tone, bro. What was that? Like, don't talk to me like that light skin. You don't have it like that light skin. You can't talk to me like that light skin. Like, don't talk to me like that, Eli. Don't do that. And, you know, so he pretty much played her off. She wanted to go bathe with him. At first he said yes, and then he said no. And said he was going to take a shower and told her to forget about it. Went in that office and called Victoria ugly ass. And going holler about, yeah, she called him. Nope, we can't get, and you know, basically he's like, I got control. And Victoria's like, nah, I think I need to convince her. I don't like that. You know, she made that phone call. So Victoria is basically playing Eli. She don't like that boy at all. He said, what are you doing? She's like, laying here about to touch myself, thinking about you. And I was like, girl, you was not thinking about him. When she brought her ass, I said, I knew you wasn't thinking about him. She's just using him. Victoria is the biggest narcissist ever on this show. She is so narcissistic. She literally sees the world through her lens and nobody else's and gives no damns. It was odd to me that Eli would leave his beautiful wife to go and jack off with Victoria. Can y'all make that make sense? Because I can't. Ugh, gross. That's just to even think about them being together is just nasty. Okay, so let's round it up. Talk about Kareem's little silly self. Okay, so he is home and he calls his cousin for his cousin to come over and help him get rid of Barry's body. And the cousin gets over there and he's basically like, why ain't you didn't do it? Why don't you call the police? And he was like, we have to do this. We ain't got to do a damn thing. You got to do it. And he gonna say, well, my same cousin that was running drugs out of my pharmacy. Yeah, drug dealing is one thing. Murder is something different. I'm not getting involved. Drug dealing is one thing. First degree murder is something else. Abuse of a corpse is something else. I'm not getting involved. Like, it's just, it's asinine to me. Like, bro, call the police. The cousin was just like, it's so obvious. Call the police. But nope, he ain't gonna do that. That's too much like right. So I guess the cousin's gone to get him what he needs to cut up the body. And he's like, I can't do that because you're a punk. That's why you can't do it. We know you a punk, Kareem. Don't worry about it. So I don't know how that's going to come out, but it's awful freaking stupid for him to even go there abusing a corpse and committing a crime. You've committed no crimes. Call the police and let them know that somebody's trying to set you up because you know where you were. You've got cameras in your doggone pharmacy to prove where you were all night. Don't be no dummy. But of course, Kareem is not about to do that. The only other thing I want to say is, why didn't we haven't seen Nancy in a few weeks. Ever since the Rakadushi took her, we have not seen her. So when is somebody going to say something about Nancy being missing? Because she's been missing 2 episodes and ain't nobody even noticed. I don't know how that's going to end up. But Nancy kidnapped. She with the raccoon. So maybe she trying to lead the show too. I don't know. And you know what's crazy is they ain't even checked Barry's post. Like, they ain't nobody even checked to see if they seen blood, and guess they thought that was enough. Now, what if he get up and come in the living room? That'd be funny. Like, I was never there, bro. I was never there. But yeah, so here we are. So if you haven't already, please hit my subscribe button down at the bottom. Thank you so much. And if you ain't the subscribing type, guess what? You got to the end of this video, and that's more than I could ever ask. So thank you. You are appreciated. You are loved. You are important to me. Okay. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Okay. That is my $5.02. Peace.